This is Real Life 101, the show about the practical stuff school skips. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15. Every week they break it down so you actually get it.
Show about the practical stuff school skips. I'm Terry.
And I'm Robbie, and today we're talking about something everyone will eventually have to do: navigate a doctor's office without your parents doing it for you.
Which sounds simple, right? You go in, they poke you, you leave. Except there's so much more to it than that.
Starting with the appointment itself. Did you know doctors spend an average of about 17 minutes with each patient?
17 minutes, that is not a lot of time to figure out what's wrong with you.
So, you have to walk in prepared. Write down your symptoms before you go, when they started, how bad they are, anything that makes them better or worse.
This is called a symptom history, and doctors basically love you forever if you show up with one.
Or at least they love the next 17 minutes slightly more.
The other thing to bring is a list of every medication you're taking, including vitamins and supplements.
Because mixing certain supplements with prescriptions can actually cause problems, and your doctor needs to know the full picture.
When you're in the room, do not be embarrassed to ask questions. Ask what a diagnosis means in plain language.
A great phrase is literally, "Can you explain that like I don't have a medical degree?" It works every time.
Doctors are not annoyed by that. They went to school for roughly a decade to be able to explain things clearly.
Studies actually show patients who ask questions have better health outcomes, so being a little annoying is medically recommended.
Ask specifically what happens if you do nothing, what happens if you do the treatment, and what the side effects are.
That's called informed consent, and it's actually your legal right as a patient, even as a minor in most cases.
Now let's talk about the part that somehow gets more confusing than the medicine, the bill.
Oh, the medical bill. The document that looks like it was designed by someone who actively does not want you to understand it.
In the United States, the average emergency room visit costs around $1,300 before insurance.
Before insurance, that is a car payment, that is several hundred sandwiches.
So the first thing to understand is the difference between your bill and an explanation of benefits.
Your bill is what the provider says you owe. The explanation of benefits, or EOB, is what your insurance company sends to say what they actually covered.
These two documents need to match up, and surprisingly often they do not.
Billing errors in hospitals are actually incredibly common. Some studies suggest up to 80% of medical bills contain at least one mistake.
Which means you should always request an itemized bill that's a line-by-line breakdown of every charge.
You can find things like being charged for a private room when you had a shared one, or supplies that were never used.
And here's one most adults don't even know. You can negotiate a medical bill.
Hospitals have what's called a charge master price, which is basically a made-up sticker price almost nobody actually pays in full.
If you're uninsured or can't afford the bill, call the billing department and ask about financial assistance programs.
Most nonprofit hospitals are legally required to offer charity care, and many for-profit ones do too, just to avoid collections headaches.
The magic words are financial hardship assistance or sliding scale payment. Write those down somewhere useful.
Also useful knowing what your insurance covers before you go. That means understanding your deductible, copay, and whether a provider is in-network.
In-network means your insurance has a deal with that provider. Out-of-network means you pay significantly more, sometimes double or triple.
So checking the network status of a doctor before an appointment can save you a genuinely shocking amount of money.
We know this is a lot, but here's the good news. You only have to learn this once and then you have it forever.
Unlike calculus, which you learn and then immediately forget because you never use it.
No comment. The last thing we want to say is advocate for yourself. If something feels wrong, say so.
Doctors are experts on medicine, but you are the expert on your own body, and that matters.
If you don't understand something, ask again. If you feel dismissed, ask for a second opinion. That is completely allowed.
The whole point of the healthcare system is to help you, even when it makes you do a bunch of homework first.
So walk in prepared, ask your questions, read your bill, and negotiate if you have to.
You are now more ready for a doctor's office than a lot of grown adults, which feels like exactly the kind of thing Real Life 101 is for.
That is literally the show's whole mission statement.
Thanks for listening, stay curious, stay healthy, and we'll see you next week on Real Life 101.